Good.
Yeah. Hey y'all, I'm over here at Rocky Mountain Rep Festival, fixing to be heading out, and I came over here and I seen Da. He's got some pretty cool stuff he's going to tell us about.
Hi, I'm Doc from Libre Computer, and then we're showcasing the $20 SPC for 3D printing. So this SPC is driven by upstream open source software, and in this demo we have it running like some 3D rendering graphics, UVC camera capture for monitoring your prints, and then you can also attach SPI displays, so you can come over here and. So this is a SPI display running for your Clipper screen. You can have touch on it, and then you can also attach an external screen for showing a big model. And then so this board is $20. It's powered by a quad-core A53. It's about a little bit faster than a Raspberry Pi 3B Plus at half the price. So it's a really good board for 3D printing. And then there's no onboard radio frequency, so no interference, no Wi-Fi, no Bluetooth. But you can use a dongle if you need it. And then there's a full-size HDMI, and you can boot off USB because it's UEFI based. So it has a UEFI bootloader like a traditional PC, and it boots 164 images. And then there's a eMMC slot here that you can attach faster storage. So we work a lot in software, and then we work with different consultancies to have our boards drivers in upstream Linux so that you can use distros out of the box. Do you have any questions, Cody?
I think that covered it. It sounds like y'all are onto something pretty good here. It's a lot cheaper, and it does more benefits than just the basic Pi.
Yeah, so we're very focused on the hardware design side as well as the software. So we work with a lot of consultancies to get our software upstream. That way, standard operating systems work on our boards. So you don't need to.
So you want to be able to be, cross-platform, easy to use out the box with
Exactly.
what you already are using.
Because like a lot of the Linux distributions, so like your Ubuntu's and Fedoras and Debians, they put a lot of work in already. We don't want to reinvent that work because we want to be part of the ecosystem, providing a solution that works with their software, right? What we need to do is the hardware integration side for hardware expansion, and we have a lot of user space tools that are very innovative that can dynamically enable and disable hardware, like for this example, the SPI display, without rebooting, and then have people write, overlays to test their device, rapidly prototype their new device for 3D printing. So like, for example, in the 3D printing sector, you need an MCU.
Yeah.
How do you integrate that MCU onto one of our boards, right? Because we don't provide that component. We only provide the single board computer.
Yeah.
So we have to create a lot of tooling to make it easy for customers to use. And then we also have resources on our website, which is www.libre.computer. And there's a forum-style community site where we have professional engineers staffing the forum to tell people how to do things in a standardized way so that their software is portable across different platforms. Because we offer numerous platforms, and then we also use the same operating system image across all of them, so that because we invest in upstream Linux, so the software is all standardized and compatible between the different architectures and the different feature sets. That way you can pick a board with the features that you need at the price point that you need it to be at.
And know that it's going to work.
Yeah, so that you don't have to reinvent the wheel every time you switch platforms.
And how many times have we tried to do like with a regular Raspberry Pi or something, and you power goes out or you do something wrong when you're trying to flash it, and then now you're just stuck.
So on the operating system side, we actually have a lot of tweaks to handle that situation, right? So power off, Raspberry Pi, they use ext4. So when you pull the power in the middle of a write, it'll corrupt the file. We use copy on write file systems that are robust against power downs, and it's very, very difficult to corrupt one of our operating systems, except if your micro SD card is actually bad, right? So people have a lot of bad power supplies, bad micro SD cards, but our software will tell you when the micro SD card is bad, and it'll have a bunch of logs that check the data to make sure that it's accurate when it's reading it.
And that helps a lot too if something does come up on the troubleshooting to know what happened.
Exactly. So in Raspberry Pi land, you have a lot of silent corruption that happens, and people don't know about it. But our software, it does checksums on the reads, so it actually tracks. It tracks the correctness of the data upon reading so that you don't get silent errors. So it's like, for example, if you have an STL file that you're writing to a 3D printer and half of it is corrupted, but you don't know, right?
Yeah.
Because operating system doesn't tell you, like our stuff will tell you that, oh, your micro SD card is going bad and you're having corrupt data, and then you can do
give
something
you like
about
a
it.
second chance before you lose all of it.
Yeah, before like everything starts and you go into a 20, 30, 40 hour
print and like that, and then next thing you know, you come to check on it and it's just printing an error or something like that.
Exactly. And then there's also options to duplicate data on a micro SD card. So that micro SD card can have data on 2 separate segments. So if it's reading it and one segment is bad, it'll switch to that
To the
segment.
other side.
Side. Yeah,
So
but that's
kind of like a redundancy.
yeah, it's built-in RAID onto the micro SD card. But if the micro SD card goes bad, it doesn't have the RAID feature. You're gone. So you can turn on those options to improve reliability, and we're focused on the whole system, right? So the hardware, the software, and the integration part of it, and then we're way ahead of what everyone else is doing, which is
awesome.
Yeah,
Well, I
so
appreciate you letting us know. Y'all
Yeah.
make sure to check it out. I'll have
Thank you
links
for
in the
coming by.
description. It's
Yeah.
Is it Libre or Libre?
Depending on which country you're from, right?
Yeah.
So it's Libre computer in English, and in French is Libre, right? And
Yeah.
then, different people pronounce it differently.
Well, anyways, y'all go to the .com in the description.
And our stuff is available on Amazon, so it's readily available, and we don't have any shortages.
Awesome. Yeah, no, because a lot of us have been trying to find, having problems trying to get chips and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or builds and different stuff. So being able to just, not only are y'all a little bit cheaper than a lot of the other options out there, you have more features and you're readily available on the shelf.
Exactly. And then we work with a lot of people to help integrate directly into the operating system so that they can do things in a way that is easy for the user, right? So
Awesome.
we're working on all fronts. Thank you for coming by, Cody. Enjoy the rest of your RepRap Festival.
Will do.